Hi, this is Diana from Divine Fractal, and we are reading Chapter 32 from the Sasquatch Message to Humanity. I also want to take just a moment and remind you to please support the author SunBow by buying a copy of his book on Amazon, or go to the author's website for more information, and you can buy copies there, scenicsasquatch.com. Chapter 32. Let's take the example of your human people. Can they be considered as benevolent or a malevolent species for other forms of life on their planet? This question is hard to answer in your consciousness. At the light of the ongoing Anthropomorphine omnicide, exterminating other life forms at an alarming speed. Yet this is only the actual outcome of your long evolution, which doesn't have to be its final outcome. Likewise, can any human individual be seen as entirely good or bad towards other living beings? Only some, a few rare ones of your spiritual masters have attained a level of pure consciousness and ascended to immortality, but only after a long spiritual evolution process of healing their own karmas. Some have joined the Star Elders' Council and live among them, watching over your collective soul. These elder souls maintain the dharmic process of helping younger souls out of compassion and duty. Yet there are still many, if not the majority of your people, who live in ways harmful to other beings, whether other life forms or from their own species, as well as to souls and beings from other dimensions. Could the human species be judged as a whole on the account of the acts and behaviors of a few individuals or groups, or over a single small part of their long history and evolution? In the same way, no species can be judged or categorized as a whole based on a few criteria describing the general consciousness of their soul, or events and actions in their past evolution, as they include many souls. Interspecies relations, over the course of eons, are much too complex to be classified between black and white categories. They are made of a multitude of shades of gray. They involve a wide spectrum of life forms and an infinity of levels of consciousness, each with its individual destiny and soul evolution. They include interdimensional interactions with less evolved, as with more evolved souls and species. For the maintaining of the cosmic order and peaceful dharmic relations, all must be respected equally. Without this universal consciousness, any more evolved species could dominate less evolved ones. Take the example of your human people meeting an ant colony. They have developed their societies and ecosystems harmoniously for hundreds of millions of years, long before your people even existed. Yet you consider them as inferior life forms which you can dispose of at will without consequences. You may ignore their presence when you develop your roads or housings, or consciously destroy them. With poisons or noisy, polluting, destructive machinery, you may eradicate their societies within hours. But you are unaware of their importance in the maintaining of ecosystems. They do work you can't do. If all more evolved species would treat younger ones this way, there would be no chance for evolution. And how evolved a species is relative and depends on each different perspective. Would the ancient ant societies consider your human species as being particularly evolved on the soul and spiritual level? Likewise, can the ants judge the human people and understand the reasons of their collective reality, levels of consciousness, and karmic burden? For these reasons, in the universal consciousness of cosmic order, there is no judgment, prejudice, fear, or hatred when we refer to any existing species. Star and soul elders understand that every souls and species are experiencing their respective different levels of consciousness along their long-term process, and are an important part of the soul evolution. So even when we refer to some who are either less evolved or more ancient, but have chosen ways against spiritual healing, which we oppose and even fight against, we always respect their souls and existence, knowing that the description of their story is not meant to condemn, but to understand, learn, and grow to higher levels of spiritual consciousness. We can, with this awareness, continue the account. And this is the end of Chapter 32. Please like and share the video and return for chapter 33. Remember, be fearless, fill your heart with love, and create art. Love you guys.